Hello student, welcome to the next session of ITC and CN. Today we are going to discuss how the efficiency can be increased with the help of the concept called as the pairing of probabilities. It means whether it is possible to have the combination of the symbols to be passed from the source. So let's see what exactly the statement. It is very simple to understand. If encoding is done symbol by symbol, we have seen what exactly the efficiency, but if we can increase the efficiency of the code further, encoding blocks of b symbols at a time, so b times h of x less than equal to l bar less than b times h of x plus 1. We have seen this kind of thing in case of the Shannon's first theorem, which is giving the limit for the l bar, that is l bar is having lesser value, that is h of x, and the maximum value is nothing but h of x plus 1. So in the same line, if we have the block of b symbols, means the group of b symbols or the b messages, then it can be written like this. So let's analyze it with certain example. This is what one of the example mentioned. In this particular example, it is mentioned that consider a source symbol and respective probabilities as. So these are the probabilities mentioned. So probabilities for x1 it is zero point 0.4, for x2 it is 0.35, for x3 it is 0.25. So when you have the combination of these two, let me just write it here. When I combine these two, 0.35 and 0.25, the result is zero point 0.6. So since it is more than the value 0.4, I need to shift it at this particular location, and zero point 0.4 will be shifted down in the next stage. After that, when you combine zero point 0.6 with the zero point 0.4, it will give the combined result as a 1. So it means that we got the verification of the data which is correct. Now, if you look at this adjacent figure, this is nothing but the Huffman tree. It indicates that this is the root element, and all these probabilities or the message, these will be acting as a leaf nodes for this particular tree, that is called as a Huffman tree. On the same line, you can have the Shannon-Fano code tree also. Okay, now let's check here what exactly the message x1 is having the related bits to be represented. So for x1, let's track this path. It will be like this. So it is only 1. So that is what 1 is the number of bit which is used to represent x1. So the code word is 1 itself. Similarly, for x2, let's track this path, 0.35, then downward, then again to the right, then up and again to the right. So this is what the path that we have for x2. So in a reverse way, we can write it like this is nothing but 0, then it is 0. So 0, 0, that is nothing but the overall code word for x2. On the other side, if someone want to go for, let's say, the path tracking for x3, so this is what the path for x3, it is this one. So it is 0, 1. So overall one can represent it like this is 0, 1. That is what the path for x3. Let me just highlight with the different color for x1. This is what the path for x1. Let me just highlight, this is x1, path of the x1. Okay. Now once you have all these entries, now the task is very much simpler one to understand. So this is what the h of x which we need to calculate here. It will be with the help of the given probabilities itself. So these are the probabilities. By the help of these probabilities, one can calculate the h of x. So 0.4 log 0.4 divided by 2 log 2, that is nothing but the first calculation. Similarly, 0.35 log 0.35 by 2, that is for the second probability. Similarly, for the last one, it will be 0.25 log 0.25 by 2 log 2. So after this, you will get the calculation which will guide you for calculating the h of x. So check here. This is what the h of x with us. So h of x will be obtained, that is 1.5589. beats per symbol. And the next value, that is nothing but the L bar. L bar is calculated with the formula that is defined over here. Sometimes this n of xj can be written simply as a ni, where I will be replacing this j. So j equal to 1 to 3, or one may write it as a I equal to 1 to 3, and this will be nothing but p of xi. So that is the simple difference between this formula. Remember here, uh, that this L bar will have the same unit as that of the h of x. So L bar, it is simply the multiplication of the number of bits used for x1, then it will be multiplied with the related probability of x1. So it will be nothing but zero point 0.4, next time it will be 0.35 into 2, next time it is 0.25 into 2. So overall it will give 1.6 bits per message or per symbol. So overall, we can write that efficiency for this particular problem statement is 97.43. That is h of x. If you divide h of x by the L bar, you will get the value that is nothing but 97.43. So here onwards, the role of pairing of probabilities comes in the picture. So let's have the combination of the probability pairing. So check it. Now we have combined here the probabilities. This is where you can just find out the probabilities are being combined. It means it will be like this: x1 when we combine this zero point 0.4 into zero point 0.4, so it will give me the idea that it is nothing but actually 0.16. So this is what the value. Similarly, x1 x2, the combination will be 0.14. x2 x1, that is same as that of the x1 x2, only the thing is we are varying the contents, means x1 x2 and x2 x1, like that. Next time it will be x2 x2, it is 0.1225. Next time it is x1 x3, zero point 0.1. It is same as that of the x3 x1, that is again zero point 0.1. So this is how all these probabilities, if you just look at here, these are arranged in a descending order of their values. So probabilities are written in a descending order. So the next obvious thing which we are going to do is just select the lower two probabilities, and whatever the result you are getting for this lower two probabilities, that result you need to put at the appropriate location. So it is nothing but 0.15. Right now it is 0.15. So 0.15, since it is less than 0.16, so it will be at the second location, then 0.14, 0.14, 0.1225, zero point 0.1, zero point 0.1 and 0.085. This will be obtained simply by shifting the related bits at the next location to that of 0.15 onwards. So this is how it will be shifted. Now again in the next stage, what we need to do is very simple. Select the lower two probabilities. I have selected here the lower two probabilities. Add them, so it is 0.1875. So obviously it is nothing but the value which is greater than 0.16. So here the shifting will be done like this. So 0.16 will be shifted here, then 0.15, then 0.14, 0.14, 0.1225, 0.1. Like this it will be shifted. In the next stage, it is done like, again select the lower two probabilities. These two probabilities will be selected. Their addition is nothing but 0.2225. So this is what the value which we are getting. So once this value is obviously greater than the topmost value, that is 0.1875. So let's have this shifting again. So 0.1875 shifted here, this is shifted here, like the shifting will be continued till 0.14. Okay, so once this shifting is done, at last we can observe here the addition is 0.59 plus 0.41, that is 1. So our data verification is done clearly. Now to track out the related bits for the x1 combination, so this is what written over here. If you able to track it, you will find that x1 will have the 000 code word. So let's check it how exactly it will be obtained. So this is the path for x1. This is the path. Still the code is not over there. Now here you can track out that the 0 is nothing but the code word. This is 0, bit 0 and bit 1, as we specified in the earlier sense, that it is nothing but the values or the bits to be given for the upper and lower set. Sorry. So these are the values which we have given. So let me just point out first of all these values, so that it will be clear to understand what exactly the procedure we have done. So this is what the first bit, that is 0. So this first bit will be here. After this bit, next the path will go like this. So next value, it will be here, that is 0. So this second 0, and after this it will come down then up. So it is 0. So this 0 is here. This is how the 000 will be the code word. Hello. Hello everyone. Let's check it with the help of the other aspects also. So here we will track it for the one more combination. Let's say this is what the combination for which we want to track out the path. So let's say it is x1 x3. This is what the combination. Its code word is simple 101. So its code word is 101. So I will just track it x1 x3. So it is this one. So it is right now 1. So this is what the one which we expect. This is the one. Next it will go over here, then here, then it will be upward, then downward, then here, then it is 0. So it is nothing but 0, this value. After this it will come down, then horizontal, right, then up, then down. So it is again 1. So this is how it will be 101. Similarly, you can track out for the other paths also. So let's have that on trial basis for the other path. I will go for the final one, which will give you the clear cut idea. This is having the code word, that is 0011. So let's check it for the final case. So it is 0011. So this is what first bit, that is 1. So this is to be analyzed in a reverse way, that is nothing but right to left. So obviously we need to write this, whatever the beat first tracked, that will be at the last. So it will go up, then horizontal, just try to follow the same thing. Here it will be, then it will be 1. So again it is 1. Next it will follow this path, means now it is following the same thing which we have seen earlier, that is 0. So this is what the 0, again come down horizontal, then 0. So this is what 0, 0 0 1 1, that is what the path we will have. Now after going for all these analysis, it is quite obvious that we need to proceed with calculation of efficiency to check out the result with the earlier matchings. So let's check it. It is quite obvious over here that the values which you think will be slightly changing with respect to the formula. Let's check it. The formula says that entropy is 2h of x. How it is 2h of x? Because we are combining here two messages, that's why it is written as a 2 times h of x. The formula, rest of the formula is same. So whatever the value you got over here, by using this pair of probabilities, you will get the answer as a 3.1177 bits. But divided by 2, since we need to obtain only h of x, so this 2 will come to the downward side. So the obviously value for h of x will be 1.5589. Now the average number of bits per block or per message pair, this is important. So L bar was our earlier problem statement. Now it is with respect to the pair. That's why L bar, this time it will be j is equal to 1 to 9. So total number of pairs we need to count over here. So for it, the values which we are getting are quite simpler. So it is actually 2 times L bar. if you are able to analyze it, it will be nothing but 2 times L bar. So it is 2 L bar, 2 L bar. So whatever the value we are getting, it is 2 L bar is equal to 3.15. Sometimes with the digit modification, one may write it with the 4 digits, or it can be written as a 3.15 or 3.17. So it is, if we go for 3.15, that is only for 2 decimation calculation, it will be 1.575. So for L bar, remember this is for L bar. So once you calculated it, L bar, so let's calculate the efficiency. H of x, already we know, this is just now we have calculated H of x, it is 1.5589 and L bar is 1.575. So by using this two values, we can easily obtain efficiency. This is what the efficiency, which is right now increased. Earlier it was 97%, now it is 98.97. Similarly, we can have the group of 3 messages, but for that one you need to have the grouping of 3 probabilities at a time. So thank you everyone, thank you very much. This is how this particular session will give you the idea that if someone transmits a single message with certain probability, this efficiency of the code can be increased if he transfers the pair of probabilities or the pair of messages, or group the number of messages, which will consequently increase the efficiency of the code. Thank you very much.